What's up, you guys? It's Hayden, and today I'm going to be talking about depression. So September is National Suicide Prevention Awareness Month, and I thought it would be really great to do a video on it because it's a topic that's pretty relevant among the trans community. I want to be able to give resources to folks that are in need of it and they don't know that there are these certain resources out there that could really help them in a time of need. A couple of videos ago I was talking about trans healthcare and why it is important that trans individuals are given access to adequate healthcare. And a lot of the information that came from that video was from a study that was conducted in, I think I had said 2010. So the same two groups that had conducted the survey in 2010, they continue to do it. So it's the National Gay and Lesbian Task Force and the National Center for Transgender Equality that are putting on these surveys. So it's essentially the same survey, but it's just a lot bigger. They have a lot more information that they had collected from different people that participated in the survey. I mean, I was gonna print it off, but I realized that it was like 200 something pages, so I was like, oh no, I can't print that on my home printer. So I have it on my computer, but you can download the PDF for it, which is pretty cool. In the very beginning, it gives an overview, so a basic overview of what they had discovered or what they had found out from the data that they had collected. So 41% of respondents reported attempting suicide compared to 1.6% of the general population, with rates rising for those who lost a job due to bias, 55%, were harassed or bullied in school, 51%, had low household income or were a victim of a physical assault, 61%, or sexual assault, 64%. So there's a pattern with those numbers. A lot of these things are specifically about what happens to trans people. And these types of situations will lead to suicide attempts. 41%, that's a really large number as compared, well, as it stated, to the general population. I'm not going to go too much more into all like the numbers and whatnot that the study has to offer, but I really encourage you all to look into it and read it a little bit more. You can understand things a little bit more. I'll also include this other study I had found, and it's by, I believe, the Williams Institute, and it's the American Foundation for Suicide Prevention. It's basically an overview of the National Transgender Discrimination Survey. They're both chock full of really good information, and I encourage you all to read it. So I want to give a little input or insights. You know, depression is a really serious thing, and I don't feel like society really sees it as a serious thing. I'm not going to go into much detail with it because I don't know how much I feel comfortable sharing with the entire world, but I myself have had a fair share of a battle, a big battle with depression. And it's really been an ongoing thing. Like, I don't know if I still have it, but you know, there are times where I'm like, yeah, it reminds me of those moments where I was really depressed. You know, and I think that's a normal thing for a human to feel. But you know, I had to learn new coping mechanisms. Previously, I did not have any good coping mechanisms, and nothing good came out of that. And so now, it's like this whirlwind. I'm trying to navigate what are my mechanisms, you know, and it's like this ongoing thing. Like, sometimes art does it for me. I love to paint, I love to draw, but you know, sometimes art doesn't work, and so I find myself like watching other trans guy videos or something. That's really relaxing to me, and it makes me feel comforted. Binging out on Netflix or going for a walk. you know, there's all these sorts of things that I try to keep myself doing so my brain is active, and I find that it helps a lot. And of course, being surrounded by people I love and like to hang out with, like-minded people, that really helps me as well. Another good coping mechanism is therapy. Therapy is something really important to me. I feel at best when I'm in therapy. I have recently lost my insurance. I have not gone to therapy. I haven't even contacted my therapist, and I think at the end of the video I'm going to do that because I'm preaching, you know, therapy and how it's so great, but yet I have not contacted my therapist. I don't know why. I just feel anxious because it's been a while. But therapy is really great, and you might have to do a little bit of therapist shopping, as I like to call it. So once you find the right one, it's a really positive thing. And plus, most of the time to start T or to have surgery, you need to have a note from a therapist. So personally, I think everyone should be in therapy. It's just a good thing to have. I've also really been into fitness. There's a lot of studies that are done. I'm not even really gonna preach it much, but you know, working out, it releases all of these good chemicals in your brain, and it can really help with depression and anxiety and just all of these things. And I know there are some people out there that are watching like, hell no, I don't want to work out and I don't like it. It's not my cup of tea. I promise you, give it one solid month. Stick to a plan, just a basic plan for one solid month. And in that month, you will feel so many immediate good changes. Not just, you know, mentally, but your body is just going to feel good too. So fitness has been a really important thing to me, and I have been sticking to a schedule weekly, and I've been kind of like tweaking and adjusting it. I'm still trying to get in the groove of what works best for me and my schedule. I don't have a gym membership, so I do everything at home. I don't feel comfortable in a gym setting with my chest, but yeah, I do basically anything. You know, if it's nice outside, I can go out for a run, or you know, I slowly started collecting weights, and so I have, you know, 100-some pounds worth of weights that I've been slowly collecting as I've been building my muscle mass. And so that has done a lot of really positive things for me in itself. So those are a lot of the things that I do, and it helps me, and it's a good way for me to cope with whatever I need to cope with. So there's a lot of really great resources online and different hotlines that are resources for people that are in a crisis or are in need to talk to someone. And they're all free. And I don't think a lot of people know about all of these different resources that people can have access to. It does, and it can feel very limited for the trans community and what type of resources there are out there. But we've seen a lot of growth kind of expanding, so different resources are being available for trans folks. The National Suicide Prevention Lifeline. And you know, this is a resource for everyone. It's not just for LGBTQIA+ identified individuals. They also have an online chat that you can access, and you can talk to a professional there. And then there's the Trans Lifeline, and this is a free hotline for transgender individuals that are experiencing a crisis. And it includes people who may be struggling with their gender identity, or they are not sure if they are transgender. I've heard really great things about this organization too, and I think they're pretty new, but they're doing really amazing work. Another really great resource is the GLBT National Help Center. They are similar to the Trevor Project, but it's more based for all ages. They do have some specific youth talk lines and chats. They have the national hotline that anyone can call, and the peer support chat that people can go to as well. And they recently added this trans teen online talk group, which is pretty cool. I saw that. And then there's the Trevor Project. And the Trevor Project is a youth-based organization that's for people of ages 13 to 24. The Trevor Project has a lot of really great resources, and this includes the Trevor Lifeline, which is a number that you can call if you are feeling suicidal or you need a safe and judgment-free place to talk. They also have the Trevor Chat, which is essentially the same thing. It's just talking online through a computer. And then there's the Trevor Text, so you can text them. There's also Trevor Space, which is kind of like a Facebook or MySpace, but it's specifically for queer identified people. And then there's the Trevor Support Center, and this is a place on their website where LGBT youth and allies can find answers and facts and resources and stuff like that. Honestly, the Trevor Project, I swear by them. They helped me a lot when I was really struggling with my gender identity. I talked to someone, I had no idea who they were, and I was really just freaking out, and it was like word vomit. It all came out, and this person was just the best. They walked me through thinking of everything in a more one step at a time type thing, and that it was going to be okay. I left that conversation feeling relieved, and like there was this big thing lifted off my chest, and then I was able to move forward and eventually come out to everyone and start testosterone. And here I am, you know, however many years later, like 4 years later, and doing all these things that I want to be doing, you know, starting up an LGBT center, working with people, being a mentor to people, and it's all just really exciting. So those are some of the resources that I have come across. Some I have used, some I have not. But they're really credible, good resources, and they're free for people, so anyone can access them. I encourage you all to take a look at it. I will include all the links in the description. So yeah, I hope all of this information was helpful to anyone who needs access to different resources. Please feel free to share this video to get the word out. You know, there are a lot of different resources that people have access to. There could even be things on a local level, I should say, too. I forgot to note that. Look for your local LGBT center, and I know if you live in a small town, it's probably a no-go, but you know, look towards different campuses. You know, do they have any resources that are open to the public and stuff like that. There are places out there. You just kind of have to find it. Thank you so much for watching. Please feel free to share this video. Give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you want to. I'll do a video soon, but I don't know when I will get it out. I'm pretty busy. I was hoping to get 2 done today, but I have my first trans group meeting tonight for the LGBT center that me and my partner have been working to start up. But yeah, until then, I hope you all have a safe and wonderful few days, few weeks ahead. All right, thanks so much. Bye.